Hey, my name's Kyle Adams. I'm here for my informative speech. According to CarSalesProfessional.com, the average closing ratio for a car salesman is around 20%. This means that typically you're only going to be closing 1 out of 5 customers that you get a chance to work with. While it's impossible to sell every customer that you get to work with, there's a proven set of steps or a process that will boost your chances of success. Over the next few minutes, I'm going to provide you with an overview of the vehicle sales process. Here at Chevrolet, the sales process is made up of 7 steps. We have meet and greet, fact find, build rapport, qualify, selection, presentation, demonstration, preferred customer payment plan, and then we have the delivery. As with any sales position, the first step is going out and meeting and greeting your customer. This could easily be considered one of the most important steps in the process. First impressions are everything, and your meet and greet sets the stage for the rest of the car deal. You should meet the customer out on the lot with a smile on your face. You should walk up, greet them, say hello, welcome to the dealership, shake their hand, and go ahead and make eye contact. You want to look them in the eye. Walk up, say hello, look the customer in the eye, shake their hand firmly. That's the key to a strong meet and greet. Introduce yourself, get the customer's name. Once a customer tells you their name, try to say their names a few times so you don't forget it. This also helps building that relationship with your customer to help you get a better closing ratio in the end. If this step is overlooked, the rest of the process will be that much more difficult to complete. The next step is fact finding and building rapport with your customer. This is where you make a friend. This is the point you ask questions in order to find out what the customer is interested in, what they like to do. First, I like to ask my customers, what are the top 3 things you look for when you're purchasing a new vehicle? This helps you determine the hot button issues, the things that the customer is interested in most. You should make these 3 things the focal point of your car deal. You should point out any feature on the vehicle that has to do with these 3 things. This is the point where you need to continue building a relationship with your customer. Find out what he or she likes to do for fun. This helps you talk on a personal level with your customer rather than constantly speaking from a salesman perspective. Now that you've built a rapport with your customer, it's time to qualify them for the vehicle that they would be interested in. At this point, you should ask the customer what they're driving now. Find out what they currently drive, what they're interested in, what they do for hobbies. They may or may not be trading in the vehicle, but it's important to find out how much they're paying a month. This helps you determine if they have a payoff on the vehicle and also maybe what they have budgeted for a new car. So this gives you an idea of what they have budgeted, kind of payment they're looking for in their new vehicle. Next, you want to ask the customer about options, packages, colors that they might be interested in. This will help ensure that the vehicle you select to show them fits the criteria and expectations that they have set. Once you've gathered the information you need from the previous 2 steps, you can now select a vehicle that fits the customer's needs and wants. This step is called selection, and this is a very important step. Depending on where you work, it may be your job or the job of the manager to make the selection for you. The most important part here is relaying the information you just got to whoever is selecting the vehicle. This vehicle that you select may be your only shot to make your customer fall in love and decide to purchase a vehicle at your dealership and from you. Now that a vehicle has been selected, it's finally time to present the vehicle to your customer. Let the customer test drive the vehicle for the first time. This is the first time the customer is going to lay eyes on the vehicle. Probably the first time they've been around this model or make. It's a good idea to look the vehicle over. Also look at the stickers so you know all the options, as well as pricing and anything that may be considered extra on the vehicle. If they are interested in safety, speak about the airbags, the crash rating. Speak about other safety features. If they're interested in power, explain the horsepower, explain the braking, the handling, the suspension. You want to do a 360-degree walk around on the vehicle, and you want to have the customer get in to show them some of the features on the interior as well. If the right vehicle was chosen during the selection phase, you will transition into a test drive where the customer gets to take the wheel for the first time. At this point, you should be fairly quiet while you let your customer get acquainted with the vehicle. Upon arriving from the test drive, you should then ask your customer how they feel about that particular vehicle. This will determine whether or not you chose the right vehicle, and this will determine whether or not you should go to pricing. If the customer decides, this is a vehicle I'd like to see in my driveway, or I would like to purchase this vehicle, then it's time to negotiate on pricing. Pricing is often done on a sheet that shows 4 things. A, the price for the vehicle, B, what we give the customer for their trade-in, C, the amount of money that the customer chooses to put down or the down payment, and D, several different payment options with different term lengths as well. Depending on the deal, it may take several offers to earn their business, but once a price has been agreed upon, the customer will then go into the finance office to complete the final paperwork on their new vehicle. The final step here is delivery. This step is extremely important. The vehicle is then cleaned up, it's gone to the detail shop, and it's prepared for delivery. Once the vehicle's been cleaned up, filled up, it is now prepared, and you must tape the in-transit stickers in the windows and bring your customer out to the vehicle. A delivery should consist of showing the customer the features within the vehicle that may interest them or may be used every day. You should be well versed in each model on your lot that you're selling and be able to answer any questions a customer may have about using any particular feature on their new vehicle. Customer satisfaction often drops due to this step, as many salespeople feel the job is done and fail to show their customer essential everyday features on the vehicle. You should always ask the customer if they have any questions about the vehicle before they drive off the lot. If you missed anything, this is a perfect chance for the customer to speak up, and you could address it while they're there before they drive off, so you don't have to go find them later on and try to help them find out how to use their lights or their brights. Selling a vehicle could be a daunting task for a new salesperson. While each and every customer is different, no two car deals are the same. There are some simple steps that you can follow to maximize your success rate. At the end of the day, customer satisfaction is the most important thing. If you follow these steps with each and every customer that you get a chance to work with, you will both boost customer satisfaction and increase your closing ratio.